Hello, happy Tuesday. Do you guys remember what the first question I said was going to be that I was going to ask you? Did anybody happen to see how many meters there are in a kilometer? Okay, if you didn't, let's go ahead and do a quick refresher. 1 kilometer, 1 km, equals how many meters? Excellent. 1,000. Okay, so we have 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer. So how many meters are there in 2 kilometers, Jonah? Awesome. We've got 2,000. Okay, now let's go ahead and do this. I want everybody to grab a piece of paper near you and get a pencil or a pen or something, and we're going to make a little cheat sheet, we're going to call it, even though it's not really cheating because I'm telling you to do it. All right, there's a difference. But just a little thing where you can look back and take some notes. All right. Because we don't have our math toolkits with us, unfortunately, you do not have the piece of paper that I put in there at the beginning of the year for this unit. So let's go ahead and remake that. I am okay if you use the piece of paper that we are about to make on a quiz, on a test. It doesn't matter to me because I am giving you permission to do this. Does everybody hear that? All right, at the top of your paper, I want you to write metric conversions, which basically just means that your metric units, meters, kilometers, centimeters, all right, you're converting or changing those different units of measurement, okay? So put that at the top of your paper. So the one that we learned yesterday, write this on your paper. 1 meter equals 1,000 centimeters. Guys, I promise you that if you keep this paper in a safe spot and you use it to reference, this test, these lessons are going to be so much easier, okay? The more that you write this down, the better. Now, you really need to memorize this, okay? Because next year in middle school especially, you might not be able to have this little piece of paper there with you to help you remember the conversions. These are things that you are going to eventually need to memorize. So I would go ahead and start looking into that. All right, and then our new one today is we have 1 kilometer, 1 km, equals 1,000 meters. And if you want to put a little cheat sheet, cm equals centimeters, m equals meters, km equals kilometers, you can, okay, just to make it even easier for you. Keep this piece of paper in a safe spot, and that's going to help you. And every day in math for the rest of this week, go ahead and make sure that you have that piece of paper, okay, because I think that'll help you a lot. You won't get overwhelmed. Excuse me. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a look at textbook 5B, page 79. It looks like this. We're going to read these little kiddos up here together, okay? A car completes 1 lap of a racing track, 4.35 kilometers in length. Find the distance covered in meters. Okay, so guys, this is basically like the same thing we did yesterday. Look. 4.35 kilometers. Now we're converting it into meters this time, so we're multiplying it by 1,000 because there's 1,000. Did I put 1,000? You guys? I'm having a brain toot. 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. Is that what I put, or did I put 1,000? Oh my goodness. All right. 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. Okay, double check your sheet. Make sure you didn't put 1,000 centimeters up here. Oh my goodness. I don't even know if I did or not, you guys. Sorry about that. Okay, whoo-wee. Let's go ahead and go back. So, like I was saying, you're multiplying it by 1,000, not by 100 today, because you are working in converting kilometers to meters. You're not working in meters to centimeters anymore. So you're going to take your 4, All right, and remember, like I told you yesterday, you can just kind of put it in a box. You can put it to the side. You can put it anywhere you want to, and that 4, that whole is going to go into your thousands place, okay, because you're multiplying it by 1,000. Now you've got to figure out the 0.35 piece, okay? So then you've got to do 0.35 times 1,000. All right, and when you do that, it's going to end up getting you to 1, 2, 3, because you have 3 zeros, right? And you're multiplying. Okay. All right, so then you have your 4 in your thousands place, okay, from your 4.35. And then you have what right after it? 350 meters, okay? All right, let's take a look at B. So it says, I'm not going to read it to you. It's easier for me to show it to you on the board. The weight of, I'm not going to show you the page. The weight of Melanie's cat is 3.28 kilograms. All right. Here's another one that you're going to add to your sheet, your metric units, okay? We remember that 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. Okay, so write that down there. I'm going to have another one after this one, so keep your pen handy. All right, I'm going to go ahead and change this into grams. I can see that I'm going to be multiplying it by 1,000. So I'm going to take my 3 wholes and I'm going to put it in my thousands place. He's done. Okay, then I'm going to take a look at my 0.28. And I'm going to be multiplying it by 1,000. So I'm going to be moving it to the right 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. And then I can just go ahead and plug it in here. Right? That's the same thing. I just moved it up. And then you don't even really have to have this guy. Okay? And then here is your answer. That's how many grams you have. Okay, go ahead and get out your piece of paper. We're going to write another conversion today on our chart. So by the end of right now, you should have 4, okay? I want you to write down 1 liter. Everybody say liter. Good. 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters, okay? All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this one. For C, it says, a bottle of orange juice contains 1.25 liters. Find the volume of orange juice in milliliters. Okay, well, there's 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter. So I'm going to go ahead and take my 1 from my whole, and I'm going to be putting my 1 here in my thousands place. He's done. All right. Then I take my 0.25 or 25 hundredths, and I'm going to be multiplying it by 1,000 because that's what my conversion chart tells me to do, because I know that there's 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this to make it easier, and I'm going to go ahead and bump it to the right 3 times because I have 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. Boop. Okay. All right, so then I'm just going to grab it and plug it in. All right, so 250. I could write it like that, or I could write it like that. It doesn't matter. But just make sure to put your units after it, okay? All right, so you should have those 4 on your conversion chart now. Keep this paper safe. Treat it like gold. We did something kind of like this last year when we were doing different units of measurement. So make sure to keep that somewhere very safe, okay? All right, guys, let's go ahead and take a look at 8. Pay attention to directions. It says convert to meters. So I'm going to write meters at the top of my board so I don't forget, and I'm going to get my cheat sheet and I'm going to look at meters, okay? I know that there are 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer. I see a km on number 8. And I see an M on number 8. So I'm going to take my 30.5 kilometers, okay, and I am going to be multiplying it by how many? How many am I multiplying it by? Good, 1,000. Because I know that I have 1,000 meters in a kilometer. So here I go. I'm going to take my 30. I'm going to go ahead and put it in my thousands place, and that is done. So let's come down here, 0.5 times 1,000. And I'm going to move this to the right 3 times. 1, 2, 3, plop, 0, 0. I don't even need this guy. Okay, and then I just pull it up and put him right in this spot. Okay, and you could keep it like that, that's fine, but it's showing you the same thing as this if you want it to be a little bit cleaner. Okay, so we would get 30,500 meters. Okay, all right, I want you guys to try number 9 on your own, so pause the video. All right, awesome job. Let's take a look. Let's make sure we got all of our steps right today. So we have 21 68 hundredths of a kilometer. Okay, and we need to convert it to meters. It's just an M. Okay? All right, I'm going to go ahead and multiply. Put my 21,000 there. I'm going to go ahead and multiply this. 68 times my 1,000. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and rewrite it here so I can see it move very easily. I'm going to move it to the right 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to plop it up here. Okay, so on your answer, you should have either written this or you could have written just that. They're the same thing. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at number 10. Now it says convert to grams. So I'm going to look at my little cheat sheet. And I'm going to see that 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams, right? Okay, good. So I'm going to write it here, 0.125 or 125 thousandths of a kilometer equals how many grams? Okay, I don't have anything in my holes to put in a box, to put anywhere, okay? I don't have anything to put in any thousandths place. Do you guys see that? So really, what I can do is I'm going to go ahead and take a look at 0.125, and I'm going to go ahead and move it over 3 times because I have 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so we should get 125 grams. All right. I want you guys to try number 11 on your own. You're still converting it to grams. Go ahead and pause the video. Okay, awesome, awesome job. Let's go ahead and look at it. 6 and 38 hundredths, 38,000, excuse me, kilometers equals how many grams? Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at this. I think they did a typo. This shouldn't be kilometers. This should be kilograms. Okay, sorry, let me fix that in my teacher book. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. I do have something in my hole this time, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put it in my thousands place because I'm multiplying it by 1,000. And then I'm going to go ahead and look at this, and I'm going to move my decimal to the right 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. So I can just scoot this down. And you could do that as your answer. Or you could do 6,038 grams. Okay? All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 12 on the next page, on page 80. So we have 32 and 6 hundredths of a liter equals how many milliliters? All right, I know that 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. So I'm going to go ahead and write that. So I've got that here. 32,000 something. And I'm going to go ahead and take this and I'm going to move it to the right 3 times because I know that there's 1,000 milliliters in a liter. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Awesome. Awesome job. All right, now I'm just going to scoot this up here. And I could have that as my answer, or I could have that as my answer. All right, I would like for you guys to do 13 on your own. Go ahead and pause the video. All right, here we go. 0.035 liters equals how many milliliters? Well, I know that there are 1,000 milliliters in a liter. Okay, I have nothing in my thousands place, so I can just go ahead and do this. All right, move it over 3 times. 1, 2, 3. It's right there by your 35. Can get rid of these guys. Okay, so you should have ended up with 35 milliliters, or you could have written it like this. All right, double check your work and make sure you've got all that right, guys, okay? All right, go ahead and open up your workbook today, please, to page let's do pages. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to think through this. Let's do pages 47, 48, and 50. 47, 48, and 50 in your workbook. And let's go back and check those. This is a good review for what we've done. Tomorrow, we're going to be converting different types of measurements. We're going to be combining measurements, okay? So I want to make sure you're really good to go on this first. If you need a one-on-one conference about what I've taught you today or yesterday, let me know before tomorrow, okay? All right, so page 47, these are going to be your answers. Pause this so you can work through all of these first. Here's 47, guys. 48. Skip 49. This just gives you instructions if you, you could do that one. There's the answer for 44 if you want to try it. It was just one problem. Okay, and then here's your answers to 50. All right, and you're going to go ahead and stop there for today. Awesome job, and I will see you on Wednesday for math. Bye, guys.